So you have this massive supercomputer between your ears that could do anything, that creates anything. And the good news is it knows how to do it without your instructions. That's correct. Nobody ever tells a child how to walk by giving them specific details of which muscles to move to be able to make it happen. It doesn't work that way. If you give yourself an instruction for your hands to touch your nose, it does it. You don't have to say which muscle should move, at which degree, how quick, and at what pace, and how much oxygen and blood flow and movement and whatever else has to go into the process. You simply imagine, you simply visualize, you simply give a mental instruction to your body as to what you want it to do, and the supercomputer between your ears makes it happen. I think of it as the ultimate taxi driver. Your mind can get you anywhere. You simply have to give it a clear instruction. And most of us simply don't recognize how the mind works. You have to tell it what you want, and it does the rest. Exactly the way you tell your mind, touch my nose, it does it. The same way when you're driving on a highway or on a bridge, and there are two guardrails on your two sides, and your goal is to drive straight. You simply look straight, and your mind figures out the adjustments it needs to do with your hands in order to get it to drive straight. It's as simple as that. If you want to throw a ball into a basket, you don't have to tell your hands exactly what angle to throw it in. You need to visualize, see the basket, see what you want to achieve, and then release and allow your hands to throw it, and it will do it. It requires some training to get to precision, but at the end of the day, it's not a specific instruction. It's a global visualization instruction as to what you want to make happen. I'll share with you a story. Early in my career, once I learned this technology, I wanted to have people to work with. So one of my ideas was I approached the principal of the largest school in the community where I live, and I told him, look, I know how to get people to use their mind in a way to think about what they want so their mind creates it on its own. Would you send me some students who are struggling in any way that need help to get themselves adjusted to utilize the supercomputer between their ears to make it work for them? So he told me, I hear what you're saying. Could you show me an example of what you do? I said, sure. I said, is there anything that you would like to be able to do that you can't do? Something you've been struggling with maybe for years. And you want to, I'll show you right now how you can achieve that result. So he tells me, interestingly enough, I've been a principal of this school for 17 years. Every single time a child comes in with one of those notes from their teacher or a late note, I take that piece of paper, I crunch it into a paper ball, and I throw it towards the wastebasket on the other side of my room, which he points to. And he says, in 17 years, I always miss. I said, great. That's a perfect example for me to show you how we can change this all. And this is what I did. I took a piece of paper and I crunched it into a paper ball. And I told him, before you throw it, I want you to do something different. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to imagine, I want you to visualize you throwing that ball and the ball going into the wastebasket. And he did that. And I said, I want you to do it 3 times. And sure enough, that's what he did. He closed his eyes and he imagined the ball leaving his hand and going into the into the paper basket, the wastebasket on the other side of the room. That simple. Now I said, open your eyes and throw it. And he threw it. And sure enough, what do you think happened? It went right into the garbage can. For the first time in 17 years. Why? Because till now, what he told his mind was, it's not going to go into the garbage can. And sure enough, his mind did exactly the instructions that he gave it. It's not going to go in. And it didn't go in. I made one change. I taught him how to tell his mind what he does want. And he focused on it going into the garbage can. Sure enough, that's what happened. That is one great skill and tool that you can utilize by understanding that you simply have to give your brain the instruction of what you do want it to do. That's my message for today, and I urge you to continue following these videos, sharing them with other people, so we can make a massive difference in the quality of people's lives.